Dear friends, welcome back. I've missed my recording last week because my mother got into hospital with some inflammation in her stomach, and it caused me a lot of pain and disruptions from my regular life. So I've spent this week and half of last week in the hospital helping her out, making sure she's getting better. And that gave me an idea for this particular lesson. If you have someone who is in a great need for your help, it could be your mother, your sister, your husband, your daughter, anybody, your son, who really needs your help, and you, with all your heart, really wish this person so close to you to recover as soon as possible in the best possible way. They should help you to accelerate their process of recovery and will also give you peace of mind. So I'm using my essential oils, and for ones who've been watching my videos, Neurographica with essential oils, I'm using Balance essential oils created by doTERRA in order to keep calm, balanced. So it will bring me to a peaceful state of mind before I can start drawing. And as always, I'm using mixed media paper. This time I'm using Strathmore. It's a little bit more expensive than the previous one I was using. And I'm using paper made um, markers. Again, paper made, they look like this. Let me just show you. I'm not going to use any light um, markers for drawing because you're not going to be able to see anything. But I like paper made because they don't smell that bad and they have nice tips that I prefer for drawing. Okay, and all my color pencils are Prismacolor, metallic color, like I'm using different media in order to create the best outcome. All right, so let's just look at the ways of creating a drawing that would help our loved ones to recover fast. So you really need to start using your imagination together with the drawing. And sometimes it's hard. Not everyone is visual. Some people are more used to hear sounds, audible kind of a perception of the world. Some people getting ideas, mental ideas, and some people are really visual, like myself. I'm very visual. For me, it's very easy to envision things and work towards my vision. But you can develop that. You can develop your visual channel if you practice enough, and using Neurographic, of course, for this. So let me just give you a quick algorithm that everyone can use if you never been drawing before or had an idea that you will never be drawing. This is something that you can definitely use and prove to yourself that yes, you can draw. You can believe in yourself and give yourself a chance to draw. All right. So then I'm thinking about my mother, right? I close my eyes and I envision her being sick. Here she is. She's sick. She's not well. She's miserable. She gets medicated. She's under IV. And she doesn't walk by herself. She only walks with the walker. And of course, she feels helpless because she has to be in the lying position all the time, right? And yes, I do feel sorry for her. And when I see her like this, of course, it gives me a lot of pain. How do I want to see her? I want to see her fully recovered, happy, right? Joyful. She has to enjoy her life, right? My future mother, the one who's going to get out from the hospital, she should be happy. She should be all joyful to do her everyday herds and being able to enjoy her foods that she like, stay home, communicate with people, and be completely recovered from the infection that she's got. Pay attention on how I did it. So in the lower left corner, I've created a circle, right? And here's, I'm going to say my sick mother, That's where she is. But I want to bring her to this level. And I drew my circle bigger than the previous one and also placed it at the upper right corner. As we're saying in neurographical, left represents past and the right represents future. So my future mother, the one that's going to get out from the hospital, right? But now, in order for her to get from this state to this state, something has to happen. What has to happen? First of all, they need to stabilize her condition, which they trying to do for more than 5 days already. And stability is what? It's square. And we have to round the corners. If you remember the basics, and I'm gonna have a reference to my basic course here in this video. You can watch it as well if you've never tried drawing in NeuroArt or neurographic style. So she needs to be stable, right? They also need to make sure her heart is working well because she had several episodes of her heart stopping. So most likely she's going to get inserted pacemaker. They will ignite her heart if it stops. And I'm going to represent it as a triangle because the actions will be required here from the pacemaker. First, they have to do surgery in order to insert it. And then the pacemaker should help her out to stay safe if her heart will start failing. Okay. And you think about the condition or conditions of your loved ones, right? Just think about it. See what needs to be done in order to help them. Pay attention on how I round the corners of triangle and square. What else you can do here? You can add neurographic lines, right? To activate them. So I'm going to say pacemaker. All right, so let me do that. I'm going to activate both of them. And why we're activating? In order to bring some movement, in order to activate the action. Okay. What else needs to be there? She has to have a good psychological support. The good psychological support that the family can give her, social worker, her friends, the doctor, anyone who comes in touch with her, right? And I'm going to call it psychological support. What else she needs? She needs love. She needs love. And I think sometimes love is the most important thing for our loved ones to recover. So I'm going to just add love here. And love can come from the family, from God, from surrounding angels, from people who care about her, friends, family, everyone, love, okay? And of course, prayers, prayers. We pray every day for her body, for her soul, for her full recovery, prayers, okay? So you can add as many helpful items, helpful elements here as you wish in order for your loved one to get from sick state to the recovered state. And now all we need to do is to combine all of this through neurographic line. There is no such thing as too many lines, so you have to remember that. And please master your neurographic line. I do have basic courses on my YouTube channel that explain why it's important to draw Neurographica in a way that the lines are really look like organic lines that exist in our nature, like rivers, like crowns of the trees. So what I'm doing here, I'm combining this whole thing. And look what happens, right? From psychological perspective, from my sick mother, I'm filtering towards all the helpful resources that I created in the middle between where she is now and where I want to see her. And those ones, this flow brings her recovery. And you may ask a question saying, how is that possible that something simple like this can help? Look, I've done it so many times. I've done it for my loved ones. I've done it for my husband. I've done this work for everyone who I care about. I've done this work for my son, then he needed support. So you can definitely use this technique, but you have to use your imagination with that. Whatever you see in your mother or your loved one right here, at this point, you need to switch to this point of how you would like to see them. If your loved ones is not walking, you see them walking, right? If your loved one feels really miserable, see them joyful. See see him or her or them fully recovered, joyful, happy. And now what you need to do is to do the rounding technique. When you do rounding, this is a very good time when you can start really visualizing your loved one happy, healthy, playful, totally content and recovered body wise, mental wise, if it's a mental issue, and breathe. I always recommend drinking tea or water, like I'm always having my cup of tea here, which I'm going to be drinking also. And you should be drinking as well and breathing, because we have a tendency during neurographic work holding our breaths, not breathing, and it is not helpful. Really need to breathe and check your body. Do you have a tension? Do you have a tension in your neck? Do you have a tension in your spine? That's where we see a lot of tension when we're doing work like that. Then you have to relax. There's nothing wrong to stop, right? Take a couple of breaths and then resume. Resume. And let's say maybe during this work, you're going to remember that something was missing. You haven't added resources here that you forgot about. You can always add, right? You can add what? Family support, for example. I'm going to do it as another square, right? There's never too late to add resources that you've missed in the first place. The only thing what you need to do is to make sure they are incorporated into the entire drawing. And when I'm saying incorporated, what I really mean is rounded. All the crossings need to be rounded. You see what I'm doing? I'm creating this pattern, and this pattern will be working together as a unit in order to complete my request. It's a lot of neuroscience here, psychology. Things are working all together. All components of this drawing are working together in order to bring your loved one from poor condition to the condition, desirable condition, where you want them to be. So you continue rounding, and your job, I'm not gonna take all this time rounding. I'm gonna complete this drawing and I'm gonna show you the final result in my group. If you don't know how to join my group, under each video, I do have a link to my Facebook group. It is totally free for you to join and share your videos. I'm sorry, share your drawings that you are making after watching my videos or watching with me if you're drawing watching. So you can share there and I can totally review it. So the only thing what's left here, after you complete the whole rounding, which I'm going to be doing, you just need to color, right? And again, use a random color, whatever you'd like to use. For recovery, like for example, I like to use green, and I'm going to start coloring it here. In reality, all of this needs to be finished, right? All the roundings, which I'm going to be doing anyway, in order to show you the final piece, so you know what I'm doing. You can color, and you don't have to color the entire circle. You can just color kind of like that if you wish, or you can color the whole shape, right? I want her to be shiny, happy, healthy. And here, for some reason, I feel like it has to be like something dull, something maybe grayish, because that's how she feels right now, right? Oh, I'm gonna be coloring that. And when you're coloring, you know, you really need to watch your emotions, like how you feel about this. I don't like this color. I don't like her to be this color. That's why I want her to bring, um, I want to bring her into this state, to the green state, healthy state, right? So this color, I'm not so happy about, but it's okay. That's where she is right now. And you can color all her resources. You can use the same color to color them, or you could use different colors and make them joyful, right? Make them happy, joyful, make them so that you enjoy looking at them. The colors that you're choosing, I would definitely choose something really joyful. Or again, you can color them all using the same color. So they work together as one big unit in order to bring recovery to your loved ones. I'm just using random colors here, so it is visual for you what you can do here. But again, you need to be creative here. It's up to you how you're gonna color, okay? And you need to continue coloring here and there. You can add more resources, God, angels. Again, it's a conceptual drawing. I like to do conceptual drawings because they give you ideas. And then I'm going to be posting it into my group. I'd like to see your drawings. Again, some people asking me like, how can you add something outside of this complete picture? Yes, you can. Look, all I'm doing, I'm adding another huge circle, right? And I can call it God's love. God's love, right? And then I would need to connect everything here with neurographic lines, just like that. And but make sure your circles look like circles. And if they don't, you really need to put neurographic line around them to make them looking like circles. So you can add more. You can add more triangles actions if they need it. If you need to move your loved one from one place to another, you can use triangle. If you need to change their apartment or house, you can add another big square here. Be creative. Make sure you're using your imagination here. And please, please concentrate on this image, not on this. You already emphasized that's where she is, right? Or he is, or whoever you're working on. You've added all the resources. You can add more resources, whatever makes you happy. Breathe through your work, drink water, concentrate on the recovery image where your loved one is happy and healthy. And please post your work in my group. The group is down there in the description. And I would be more than happy to comment on this and provide you my feedback so you are confident around your results. All right. Thank you and have a fantastic day and fantastic drawing.